Hey, good morning, friends. Today, my friends, is Friday, December the 5th, 2025, and the time now is 7:47 a.m. So, friends, I want to talk about South Korea, and I want to talk specifically about the recent activity in South Korea. Now, friends, I am talking specifically about the fact that recently South Koreans, or the nation of South Korea, had celebrated or remembered. Many of us know that last year, about this time last year, the 3rd of December, the South Korean president, former South Korean president, issued or declared a martial law in the country. And immediately after he did that, South Korean citizens, ordinary people, took to the street in protest, peaceful protest, demanding that the president of South Korea basically repeal or squash his so-called martial law. Members of the parliament of South Korea also joined the protest that no, we are not going to tolerate this. We are a peacetime country. It is peacetime. The people are not engaging in any foolishness. Why are you so calmly, willy-nilly declaring martial law? For what? For who? Against what? And the people of South Korea basically fought him tooth and nail. Now, friends, with the people's leadership, the Congress of South Korea, okay, the legislative body of South Korea, basically took action. The president of South Korea, former president, was impeached, he was arrested, and he was punished, or he is still experiencing or going through his punishment. Within 6 months, South Korea not only ended the so-called martial law, impeached the former president of the country, and even elect a new president. And for this, the South Koreans pride themselves. They pride their democracy, which they believe is very much distinct to their experience, their culture, their ideology, and their social fabric. And they deem this K-democracy, just like K-pop and whatsoever. It is remarkable. And 1 year later, the people came together in an organized campaign of about 11 or so thousand people, demonstrating peacefully and proudly they are fighting against the power grab by their former president. Now, for this man, this former president, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Perhaps he was trying to copy what Donald Trump is doing. Now, people around the world, government, presidents, leaders around the world need to realize what is happening in the United States is unique. The United States is a place where the president had always been powerful, especially where there is a Republican president and a Republican Congress. The Republicans will support their men no matter what. The Republicans want to gut immigration, they want to gut assistance for the vulnerable, and so on and so on and so on. So they are going to support their men. They are going to make whatever moves out there to grab power. However, friends, for other countries around the world, their citizens, such as South Koreans, will be very much reluctant to allow what their government wants to do, such as grabbing power, okay, making themselves an authoritarian government, especially dealing with the fact that many countries around the world, and in this case, such as South Korea, had experienced authoritarianism. So they know what it feels like and what it looks like. And any attempt by a government, by a leader to reinstate such activity, such form of government, the people are going to resist. Now, for South Koreans, as I've said a couple of seconds or minutes ago, they pride themselves in their culture, in their economy, and also they pride themselves in what they did to prevent power grab, the power grab attempt by their former president. And they basically punished the former president. I think this is the second time, actually, where South Koreans punished their president. And recently, a couple of years ago, one of their president, a lady, I don't remember her name, was punished, and I also do not remember the reason why. South Korea is doing things that the United States should be doing. However, in the United States, Many want the president, the office of the presidency or the presidency, to be powerful because it is through the presidency or the president that they are able to achieve, okay, any extreme things that they want to achieve. Through the power, the might of the presidency, they are able to carry out any extreme actions that they want to carry out. By putting the president's power and the office of the presidency in check, by actually reinforcing checks and balances, holding the president accountable. In the United States, the various factions, and I'm talking about the money bags, will not be able to achieve what they want to achieve. They will not be able to carry out the specific actions or action that they want to carry out. So this is very interesting. For the people of South Korea and for South Koreans, thank you, big up. Continue to show yourself and set yourself as an example for the rest of the world to follow. I am an African. Hopefully, Africans can follow your example. For Africa and Africans, it is overdue for revolution. We need the revolution to change government and change Africa so that our people can enjoy. Of course, the Sahel Alliance, the Sahel countries are leading the revolution. However, for us Africans, we hope that it spreads throughout the continent. Now, friends, please tell me what you think, and I really want to know what you think. However, friends, I am going to end here. I want to thank you for being a member of the Echoing Voice community, my friends. But most especially and most importantly, or most important, my friends, I want to thank you a lot for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace, my friends. Peace.